Go. You're live.
Live.
Hey everyone.
Hello, hello. Gotta find us.
Let us know when you've joined, where you're from. It's very chilly out.
This chilly out. We're on the main one, right?
Yes.
We hope. There we are.
There we go.
We are there.
How about Loretta Lynn, Queen of Country?
I know.
Passing away.
She just passed away.
90 though she was.
She was 90?
90.
I never would have guessed that.
Me neither.
Never. Never,
Anyhow.
never.
So let us know when you join. We're just catching up. Kibitzing.
We got Sandy from Newington, Deb Allman. Deb Allman. See that pretty box over there for her?
Mm.
Oh, it's all ready for her.
She went right to the fat side.
Oh.
And I'm following her.
Yes. I'm turning everyone. It's my goal.
It's all your fault.
Billy from Ottawa, Canada.
Right.
Lisa from Attica, New York. Deb from Rainy, Limerick, Pennsylvania. It's rainy here too.
Yes. Who from Limerick, Pennsylvania?
Deb Rogers.
Oh, hey, Deb.
George and Jody Bracken from Pawhuska, Oklahoma. She's from Oklahoma. That's
She's an
what matters.
Okie.
She's here. That's what matters.
Okie from a Skokie. Right? Isn't that what they say? I might be getting myself in trouble, so I should just stop.
I don't know what they say. Christy from, Christy Seidler, she didn't say where. Lynn Medeli.
Excellent.
Deb's from Litchfield. Lynn is watching. Lynn that works here. Peach. Hi, Peach. Peach gets us twice this month.
Now, Peach is right from up the road, right?
She is, although she spends most of her time in Florida. She just happens to
Oh.
be here for a few months.
That's good.
Yes.
We're Floridians.
Laura from Vermont. Laura Morse.
Hey, Laura.
Peg's local.
I'm going to Vermont soon.
Wenda.
First stop, Rangeley. Next stop, Vermont.
Are you coming home in between?
Yes. Yes.
Patricia Moran from Poughkeepsie, New York. Tanya from Rainy, New Jersey. Can we ask a question about the corner pop ruler?
Absolutely.
Sure. Go ahead. While we're waiting for people to pop on.
Yes. I don't think I have any of my corner pop blocks here, but I'm assuming she means from the current mystery.
Now, Conchetta Trifone, did I say that right?
I believe so.
Signed up for your Sleep in the Bed retreat.
But where is
Yeah.
she?
I don't know where she lives, but her and Jay Handy,
Okay.
they both signed up.
Awesome.
Yes.
But why?
Linda from
Conchetta,
Summerdale.
I think.
Linda, I did not get your fat quarter shipped tonight.
From
Before I leave,
Summerdale?
or first, Summerdale, Alabama.
Oh, okay. I grew up in Summerdale, New Jersey.
Nope, Summerdale, Alabama. I'll do it first thing in the morning if I don't get to it tonight. It was on my desk for half the day. Dottie Ann from New Hampshire.
Dottie.
Wileen Jones from Tennessee. Penny
Excellent.
from Kansas.
We got them from all over. I'm so excited.
Carolyn from Studio City, California.
Oh, Carol.
Ellen from Mass. Christy's heading to Arizona at the moment. She has her
She's heading
holiday,
to Arizona right now.
she has her holiday retreat fabric with her.
Yes. Don't travel without it.
Evelyn,
I'm
hi,
curious,
Evelyn.
is she bringing her own sewing machine, or is there one waiting for her?
Have sewing machine will travel. Kathy from Seminole, Florida. I don't see the question. yet.
Kathy Starman?
Oh, okay, let me go back up. Yep.
Yep.
No, wait. No,
Oh.
that's Kim Stambon.
Kathy's coming to Vermont. If it's Kathy Starman.
It is Kathy Starman.
Yes, she's coming to Vermont.
Nice. Where?
Stronghouse.
Stronghouse. Boy, this is my first time going to Stronghouse. That place is beautiful.
It is. And it's nice that we can kind of take it all over.
Yes.
Like, you know.
Well,
I'm sure if there's a
There's
few
a reason
other
for that.
innkeepers that, or in, what do you call people who stayed in inn?
an innkeeper.
No, not the people who
Innkeeper is the one who
the
runs
people
the
who
inn.
visit inns, like the guests.
Guests.
The other guests, I don't think that they care too much that we take over the place. and how we scrutinize at breakfast over all the other people trying to figure out what they're doing that day.
And what was the one last time we were there? The Lions Club. They were doing the.
Yes.
They were figuring out their
scholarship
scholarships.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were listening to who was getting a scholarship.
We just feel it's our right. Hey, we're representing 3/4 of the. See, I'm going to say attendees. It's not the guests at the end.
We wanted input.
Yeah, we want to vote.
Yeah.
So do we have a quarter bob question?
You do not see the corner pop. Oh, okay. It just came in.
Okay.
If you want to make a block, let's say 8 inches finished, how would you figure out what size to make your squares and then cut to half square triangles? That's not a corner pops question.
Unless they're just doing flipped corners of it. So you have an 8-inch square. I feel like this is a test question. So she's trying to make an 8-inch square, and she wants to make half.
What size to make your squares and then cut to half square triangles?
Oh, she's the replacement triangle, the half square triangle, not a half square triangle unit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it depends on if you have an 8-inch finish, it depends on how big of a pop you want, right? So, in other words, if you only want 1 inch of that 8-inch finish unit to be popped, right? So very, like you're talking about, like a tiny little corner of an 8-inch square. Then you add 1 1/4 to your replace. It's always 1 1/4. Whatever the finished pop size is, so if it's 1 inch, then you always add 1 1/4 to it. So that would be 2 1/4, and you cut that in half. That's the size of your replacement triangle. But you have to figure out how big of a pop. I mean, for an 8-inch, like if you want to make a snowball block, using the corner pop out of an 8-inch square, first of all, you'd start off with an 8.5, right? And then you would use, I would say you'd pop 2 inches, right? So you still have 4 inches in between those pops in that 8-inch block.
You want a good size pop on an 8-inch block.
Yeah, exactly. Right, but so this is a 9-inch block, right? So if I wanted to, well, first of all, I would do it at the unit in making a block like I have done in clues.
It's in clue 5, isn't it?
5 and 6. And we're not going to talk about 7 right now because 7 is coming out Friday. That's the one that's in my head right now. But yes, we use the corner pop in 5 to pop a half square triangle, and then in 6 we used it to do a half square triangle and a V block.
Oh, I didn't get that far yet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now back on Glorious Splendor, we used the corner pop to actually pop a corner beam too. Very exciting. So.
All right, you're up to 86 people watching.
Woo-hoo!
So.
All right. So do we want to take some questions first? Does anybody have any general questions about the mystery first?
Why don't you go through an overview?
Okay.
While we're
Sounds
waiting
good.
for questions.
So first, before I get started, I'll share that for those of you who aren't familiar, these are the centers from the current mystery. So the current mystery is a medallion quilt where we build out from the center. We are 6 clues in. This represents clues 1 through 4. And this was my main selection, and then this one was my alternate selection. So this is Stitched, and this is Cheer and Merriment. And so I think that some back orders of those are still available, right?
They are, yes.
And you could still sign up for that one. But, so how the Heart of Rock and Roll is going to work is, ideally, the fabric will be here December.
Actually,
maybe earlier.
One colorway has shipped already.
Yes. And so we will start, the current mystery, this mystery, will end early December. So we take a few weeks off for holidays and obligations and all those good things. And then, and I personally am on 2 cruises between the end of this and the start of the next.
Well, you can't just cruise. You're going to have to work while you're there.
Well, I'm working while there. But, and so then the new mystery will start mid-January. So I'm debating between, I think it's like the 13th and the 20th. And so we'll know better when we get there. Hopefully, by Christmas-ish, I'll have the date that will officially start. It's going to run for 17 weeks because I definitely am taking 1 week as a bye week, most likely in the middle. It depends on how it falls. I have some obligations between Paducah and another engagement that I'm going to be on the road for 2 weeks, so I'm going to put a bye week in between. This current mystery, or excuse me, the next mystery, Heart of Rock and Roll, I Can Speak, is going to use the Tucker trimmer, the square and a square, square, the corner beam, the corner pop, split Rex, and then your magic wand. So split Rex hasn't been used in a couple mysteries. So if you haven't been doing the last couple of mysteries, or if you've been doing the last couple of mysteries, it hasn't been used. The rest of them we've pretty much used all previously. They were all in glorious splendor. So, but split Rex is the new tool to the most recent mysteries. Let's see here. What else can I say? There's a traditional setting and a modern setting, and they are slightly different. And so the modern setting will utilize more background than the traditional setting. And then the traditional setting, of course, will use more border fabric than the traditional, or the modern. Yes, I'll get it straight. All right, what else can I share? The clues come out weekly. There's 2 memberships. You can sign up for either the clue only, which will give you the step-by-step instructions that you can download and you'll have access to for 1 year. Or you can sign up for the clue in class, where you're getting not only the downloadable instructions, but you're also getting videos. So video lessons on any given week. I would say it goes from maybe 6 to 8 different lessons. I try and break them up into digestible bites. We talk about fabric selection. We talk about preparing your paper plates, which I'm a big advocate of, and doing your cutting. And then each of the unit gets their own videos. If it's a new unit to the series, it might have 2 videos, because I don't let the videos go longer than 12 minutes. So we might have I might have 16 minutes of tape, so it'll be divided between 2 lessons. Then we always do block construction and then final words. So it's pretty good. I think it's definitely worth it. There's a coupon for the clue in class that you'll have access to tonight. If you sign up between now and Saturday, you can use that. And then early bird pricing is in place on both the clue only and the clue in class through October 30th. And so the clue only is, I think it's 2 payments of $25. The clue only, it always has to be in 2 payments, just because it's a subscription, and the platform I use it to deliver it, it makes it have 2 payments. So that's $50, and that is less than $3 a clue. So I think it's really worth it. And then it'll go up on November 1st to 25% off, which will be $75, and its full price will start on December 1st, and that's $100. And that's about $6 a clue. The clue in class is normally full price $240, and it's right now for early bird, it's $120, which breaks down to $7 a clue in class, but you can save 20% by using the code ROCKROLL20 at checkout. So you have to elect the one-time payment. You can also do a payment plan, but the coupon does not work for the payment plan, but there is one for the early bird discount.
All right, while he's zooming in on that, we have a couple of questions come in.
Sure.
How big will the completed quilt be? Is it straight set or on point setting?
Well, I think that the setting is a little much to ask for a mystery.
I agree.
So I'm not going to divulge that. But the on my website, sewanthego.net, or on the Clue in Class curriculum, you will find this overview document. It has all the details in it. I want to make sure I call that out. The traditional will finish at 90 by 90, and the modern will finish at 80 by 80. All right. And you can always add extra borders to them if you want to make them slightly bigger.
Tanya asked, and I'm laughing, Tanya, because there's no way I'd be doing it. Tanya said, did you say it involves paper piecing?
No, no. That's what we have the tools for, right? So I like making different shapes, but I figure out how to make them using rulers and tools that I can use over and over again. I've done 2 paper piecing quilts in my life, both beautiful. They both are still sitting there with all the paper in them. I just haven't pulled it out. So that's the last thing I want to do, right? So when you get finished a quilt, who wants, I shouldn't judge. I am not one to pull paper. So I don't do paper piecing. So there's no paper piecing. But what I did say was that I go through my paper plate method. So I organize my cutting by paper plates. And I take you through the technique. And I'll help keep you organized.
So that means that your paper pieced quilts are in the same pile as your don't have a binding on them quilts.
No, those are separate piles.
All right.
They're not even in the finished quilt top pile. They're in the it needs work, right? So
Linda wanted to know what the coupon code was for.
So the coupon code is for 20% off the early bird pricing of the Clue and the class. So if you want to join the membership, you can either join a Clue only membership or a Clue and class membership. If you opt for the Clue and class membership, you can save 20% off on it for the next couple of days, from today through Saturday. You have to enroll.
So if I did the math, the Clue only is 2 payments of $25, which is $50. But if they register before Saturday, it's another 20% off of that. Is that correct?
So the Clue only is $50.
Yep.
There's no coupon for that.
Okay, gotcha.
So it doesn't, the platform doesn't allow coupons.
Gotcha.
So the Clue in class is $120. But if you register by Saturday, it's $96.
Okay.
And I would say, for me, it's a no-brainer for less than double the price of the Clue only to get the video lessons. But
if you haven't done the class version of one of the mysteries, it's so worth it. For one, you just get to pause Michelle mid-sentence. And then you get to rewind her because you want to hear it again, or you want to make sure you've got the right fabric or your tools going the right way. I love that little pause button.
yeah, because you can actually stop it right as I have the ruler lined up on the unit.
Yep.
Everything. And then I think also even just like if you struggle with color, I talk a lot about color and why I'm choosing the fabric in that particular placement. I think there's a lot of techniques in putting your blocks together, how to do that better.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of tips in addition to it in there. And the other big perk is you have lifetime access. As long as you keep your Teachable account, you will have access to those clues and those videos. So like I know Colette, one of the ladies who often does the mysteries, she takes other quilts, right, and she figures out the shape in that quilt and then says, oh, that is a square and a square. Let me go to my mystery and see where Michelle showed me how to do a square and a square, and then she plays that video to make her other unit.
I'm laughing at these comments.
Why, what are they saying?
Judy Dunn, I missed the daylights out of you, girlfriend. $96 is a bargain to hear Michelle's chuckle in mid-February in Vermont.
Thank you, Judy. Yeah, I used to actually edit that out. And then Judy said to me once, I think I missed the chuckle, and she said that she enjoyed hearing it. So I'm like, I'll just keep it in when I make my stupid mistakes. Yes.
Lots of comments on the clues and comments being so awesome. Cheryl Plord, off topic, what's the quilt with the lime green in the back corner? She's like looking through the window.
Oh, through that window.
That is called Bellagio. We just came off a shop hop where we were a Las Vegas themed shop for 12 days. So we had all the hotels in the back. Linda, I love the Clue class. I just found you a few weeks ago, and I'm loving both of the classes I'm going with you.
Awesome. Thank you.
MJ says, I'm doing the class in Clue for the first time on the current mystery. Love the tips, making me a better quilter.
Excellent.
Sure do.
Yeah, I think that, like, to me, I think the small tips are worth more than anything.
I mean, absolutely.
Because it was one of the things that when I first started teaching that amazed me was that there was little things that I learned from growing up with a grandmother who sewed, just that you did, and I just didn't think anything about that others may not know it, right? Have never been taught it, or they self-taught themselves and therefore they didn't realize.
Right. And you're there for the good stuff. You're not there because you've never done a 1/4 inch seam before, or you don't know how to cut a 4-inch square. You're there really to learn how to use the tools, to get all of those precision pinning tips and listen to Michelle's smush your
Chuckle.
tush and whatever. All the different little Michelle things we're playing.
I think we might be playing Michelle Bingo up in Rangeley, Maine.
Okay, so Lori, we're gonna get there. She's asked.
She wants to see the fabric.
She wants to know fabric requirements.
Oh, we can do fabric requirements.
But first, she did say, "I've admired your quilts for some time.
Oh, awesome!
Going to do a combo. Going to do combo.
Combo weave, or she's going to do both.
I don't know.
She hasn't even seen the fabric yet, and she's going to do both. We don't know.
Well, that happens too.
I don't know. There are people who usually call.
But don't
them
go
kits.
run out in order because I have a coupon code also.
Yes.
So don't go order your kit.
Just that's right.
Yet.
They probably are finding their way already.
I know.
We released it.
Buggers. Yes.
Anyhow, the fabric requirements are there's going to be. So I failed to mention that. So because I've gotten a couple of instant messages. It always cracks me up. People can leave comments because then I can answer the greater population. But I get a lot of instant messages when I post, "What do you want to know?" But anyhow, they want to know why it's called Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Or Rock and Roll, Heart of Rock and Roll. So it's called the Heart of Rock and Roll because each of the blocks will feature an Ohio star. It's going to be like an Ohio star on steroids, but it's going to have a center. Oh, I shouldn't even say that. I don't even know. It may not just be a center. It's going to have an Ohio star in the block somewhere. We'll say that. And so when I think of Ohio, I definitely don't think about Ohio State, right? Because they're in the Big Ten with my Rutgers. So, of course, I don't think about that. I think about rock and roll. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Ohio. So that's how I got there. All the blocks will be named after somebody who has been, or a group that's been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Love that.
So it's pretty cool. And I think, I'm going to point to Cheryl. Cheryl has seen little tidbits, but I think that it emulates in the quilt a little bit about.
Absolutely does.
Yes. So
I'm kind of loving it.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Than you've seen in the past. So
You're getting hearts.
it's still good. It's good, but I'm gonna take you to a little bit of an interesting place. I think it's cool though. Yeah, so it's going to take 38 to 40 fat quarters. Now I've accounted for in there that a lot of times we get about 6 to 8 fat quarters in that bundle that we can't use 100%. Right, so those that are very close in tone to our background. So I want to state that if you picked all fat quarters and none of them matched your background, you could probably get away with 32, right? But knowing that we have, I would say 35 actually, but knowing that most of the times when we purchase a fat quarter bundle, there's going to be ones that we can only use in select places. So that's taken into account. All right. If you're going to do the modern setting, you need 7 yards of background. If you're going to do the traditional setting, you need 6.5. And then for the border, if you're going to do the modern setting, it's 1.5 yards because we're going to use it in a couple places plus binding. And if you're doing the traditional, it's 3.5 yards of it. And then backing, I always get this question, so I figured it out ahead of time this time.
Thank you. And your local quilt shop appreciates that.
So if you don't want a piece, and I don't want a piece, and when I say piece, a backing, which we also have those other things we have to talk about. But if you don't want to do sub-piecing of your background, in other words, you just want to do your 3 runs, you need 7.5 for the modern and 8.25 of the traditional. And that's all in the download of the overview. That's on my sewonthego.net webpage. Find out more about the mystery, and then you take it there and you scroll down, you'll see the overview you can download. It's a PDF. I definitely talk a lot with my hands.
I do too.
Got lots of hearts and likes on that.
Awesome.
I don't know.
On what? On the not piecing the background? Or the back?
Just in general.
Just in general?
Yep.
Should we show a collection? Or
Yes.
Do you want? You guys don't want to see any fabric, right?
They just tuned in to see our show.
We should go on the road with this thing.
I know, and then people say, do you prepare? We're like, no. I come in like 10 minutes ahead of time.
It's the M&C show.
All right. So we want to do the
That's the
main one first?
Yeah.
I think we should do the main collection first. All right.
I don't want to go too far. I'll drop it.
We'll go.
Ta-da! Ooh, the drum roll.
I know. So this is the background that I've selected.
Yes.
I'm going with this black background, but it's not a solid. It's actually called the Flow, right? It's
that is called Flow. Yes.
Yep.
So it's a collection of tone on tones called Flow.
Yep.
And that particular one, this one actually comes in the Fat Quarter bundle as well, but that particular one is part of the collection.
Yes. And so we have some fabulous colors. This is what I chose for the background, and
that's the border.
The border. And I think you have a couple alternatives if they wanted it.
Yes, I ordered the black. So this one is Jade. This is Onyx. And then we have Cloud.
This one.
Yep. And those were and I think there's one more. I don't remember the name. It might be Mint. But all 4 border options are out there. But if you don't change anything, your kit comes with Jade.
Yes. And if they order the traditional kit, they already get the 3.5 yards of the border and the 6.5 of the background. And if they order the modern setting, they get the 7 yards of the background and the 1.5 yards of the border. And then you get these fabulous fat quarters. Now the fat quarter pack comes with basically all of these through to here. And then we've added some additional flow tone on tones to augment what we have selected. And they were they were like add-ons to this fabric collection. So it's really beautiful. We have a bunch of different types of patterns, right? So you can see all the beautiful colors. And then we have our larger scale prints. We have our flows that register as like tone on tone, but there's some texture in them. Then we have our medium scale prints, our smaller scale prints, multicolor prints. We even have a pretty cool stripe here that I have lots of fun planned for. So I think it's really, really, really pretty. And this is that creative Create Joy project. Is that what she calls it?
I think so.
This was who we used Starflower Surprise, right?
Starflower Surprise, I think so.
Yeah.
Starflower something.
For the Christmas mystery last summer.
Right.
Yep. And it's beautiful. I really love it.
So this collection is called Euphoria.
Say that 3 times.
No. Busy that day.
I just love these daisies.
I think it's a gorgeous collection.
Yes.
And I absolutely love the border print.
Yes. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's just really... And this is... I haven't checked, but I'm fairly certain. Yeah, it has to be computerized print.
Oh, digitally printed?
Digital, yeah. It's definitely
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
But it's gorgeous. Feels great. And then this, it's just
somebody's
beautiful.
asking to see the coupon code again for Michelle. It wasn't working. Linda, the name of this fabric bundle is Euphoria. So if you're interested in getting the kit for this, we've put them together on my website, which is yankeequilter.com. If you go to shop online, and you'll have to scroll down just a little bit, and you'll find Michelle Hyatt Projects, the picture of Michelle. So everything we do for her
On a better day.
It's a great picture. It's old though.
It is. I have to get a new one.
So all of the projects are in there. We've done a traditional kit and a modern kit for each colorway. We've also done just the fat quarter bundle. I've also put out there all of the border options and the background, because I know some people like to get extra background. They want extra border. So you can do all of that ordering on there. The first time I've ever done this time, I'm doing a $25 off coupon. So if you use code 25HRR, am I correct?
Yep.
When you check out, if you buy either the traditional or the modern kit, You will get free shipping always. Just have to make sure to select it, and $25 off if you use that code. And that code is good through Friday. On either kit colorway.
Nice.
I know. I don't normally do that because we have to cut a lot of fabric. We're going to be cutting for days. Weeks.
Can I just say, I just adore this.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it
we
pretty?
open up a piece of the border too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just really pretty.
It's yellow. Look at that.
It's just absolutely gorgeous. Love it. You know, the partial sunflower. Just love it. It's really, really gorgeous.
It's very happy.
It is. I love it. Love it. Any more questions on it?
Got
So
hearts
remember-
on that.
So remember, the membership is through sewonthego.net, and then the fabric is through the Yankee Quilter. And you got
right.
coupon codes on both of them.
Both sides. Do we have to pick our background now? Wanda, you have one background option on this collection, and that's black.
Or they could, so then if they purchase the fat quarter only, I know they don't get the coupon.
Right, you can purchase the
But
fat
do
quarter
they
only.
get these included
Yes.
on them? Okay.
So just so you're aware of the way this fat quarter bundle has to work, the fat quarter bundle from the company had, I don't know, 33 fat quarters, and then we're adding 6. So when you order the fat quarter bundle on its own, you're getting the extra.
Oh no,
6.
this one came with it.
You're right. So you're getting all of the fat quarters, even though some of them weren't included in the factory cut bundle. We're cutting those fat quarters and including them with that bundle.
So that's the way they could get this collection without the background.
Right. So if you don't want the black background, you can order the fat quarter bundle. We're happy to help you pick out something else, but don't order one of the kits.
Yeah. The white, I think, is doable. Again, you're going to run, you know, when we evaluated it, I felt that there were more fabrics that were sensitive to white than there were to black. Right? These have so much color in them, I don't think they're going to be a problem.
Right.
You know, these three. Versus if you had a white background, these two become a little more difficult to place. I mean, you could probably, yeah.
I may or may not be pretty good with color. Black is definitely the way to go on this quilt.
I think so.
And considering I've seen a tidbit, a very small tidbit, black is the way to go on this quilt. If you're going with that collection. Somebody's asking to see the optional border prints up close.
Ah, sure.
So this is the onyx. Oh, look at that. That's cloud. And this one.
This is this one.
Oh, that's jade. I'm sorry.
It's jade, yep.
And then it must be, there's one more. I think, is it that one?
This is that one I had open. Is it this one?
Nope. Is it the blue one?
This is that same.
one.
Yeah.
All right, maybe it's just the 3 then.
I think it's the 3. The big 3 florals.
That was at least 24 hours ago.
For some reason, I thought maybe this one.
It might have been that. I might have ordered that. But they're on my website. Whatever ones they were, they're on there.
Yeah, then they're on there.
But look at that.
Yes. That is gorgeous.
We did. I know. We spent some time deciding
Between
for
this
that
and this.
that, and we did.
Yeah.
We did. Okay. Show the border. How big are the blocks?
I will be perfectly honest. The blocks are multiple sizes.
Ah.
A little tricky.
Wenda wanted to know about the border. Wenda, I don't need to know about which border you want until maybe next week. Well, this line hasn't shipped yet, so we have a little bit of time. You could wait a couple weeks.
So they can order it with their coupon code and then just put
in the,
they want separate, a different border?
Yes, I actually put in the main part of the order now a box for special requests. So if there is a special request, you can put it right in there and we'll see it. We've been pretty good. We haven't made too many mistakes.
Send me one of Brian's chocolate chip cookies with my order.
We want
and throw in a snickerdoodle while you're at it.
Oh man!
I sent Steve home with snickerdoodles last week.
He did. He brought them home. They actually.
I almost
home.
texted you and said,
I got
okay.
the bag, and the bag. I swear the baggie came home with chocolate chips and snickerdoodles. However,
It did.
when I saw it 2 hours later, it was just snickerdoodles. So I guess I should be happy the snickerdoodles were saved for me.
It's been a crazy week, and I was going to text you and say I sent you 5 snickerdoodles because that's all I had left. I scavenged them from the shop hub.
See?
And I sent you 3 chocolate chips.
See? However, when I leave here with food, Steve gets a text or a Facebook message or something that says, by the way, I sent Michelle home with food in case it doesn't make it there. But I don't get the same courtesy text when you send him home with food. I think I have a bad rap.
No, I think I have to fix that friend issue there. Michelle gets notified.
Exactly.
Okay. Jan wants to know, what was the code?
So there's 2 codes, right? So we have for the membership, if you want to save on the Clue in class, it's Rock Roll 20. And so you have to select the Clue and class membership. It doesn't work on the Clue only. And you have to select the one-time payment to get the coupon code. It doesn't work on the payment plan. And then on the fabric,
The fabric is, if you order either the traditional or modern kit of either colorway and use the code 25HRR, you'll get $25 off of your kit. And you always get free shipping on those kits. You just have to select free shipping, which is always the second option down once you enter your cart. And that's good until Friday. Should we make more cookies? No.
I thought I'd have some cookies here.
Oh my god. Are the classes captioned because this live isn't? I don't know what that means.
A closed caption.
Oh, closed caption.
I believe on Teachable you can turn on the closed caption for your account, and then it translates the video for you.
And I think you can on the live on your own side, right?
I believe you
we
can.
didn't have to initiate it, did we?
I don't know. I don't think
know the
so.
answer to that either. Techie. He doesn't know either.
Sorry.
I'm hardly
But
on
I
the,
do know on the Teachable, you can select, when you set up your account, you can select that you will need closed caption.
I'm hardly on the other end of a live video, so I never get a chance to play with it.
Deb Rogers. Just had a dentist appointment and they gave a chocolate chip cookie on the way out. You know what that is? That's like
That's ensuring that you're coming back.
Yeah, making sure they're in business. Cheryl wants to know if we can see the alternate.
Okay.
What is the other fabric option for the quilt? Can Brian take another swipe of the fabric?
Okay.
All right, one more glance at
The main selection, and then we'll get the other one up and ready.
Ooh la la.
It's very pretty. And then let's think about it. In January, are these colors not going to cheer you up?
Absolutely.
Right? I think we all need a January, February, March project.
I think these are going to cheer us up. And these are going to, can I say it? Warm us up.
There you go. Look
Aww.
at you.
This one's going to warm us up. That one's going to cheer us up.
Exactly. Yes.
All
All
right.
right. Are we
Are we
ready?
ready? Drum roll. This
All
is
right.
the alternate.
And it's for all those grunge lovers.
Yes. So pretty.
So this is the background I chose for this one. So this is grunge.
Marshmallow.
Fabulous.
Love it.
All right. And then this is the border I chose for this. I should say we, because we really debate it out. So
Our motor rep just rolls her eyes.
she's like, oh
For
no.
hours. Are they done?
Yes. Oh no. And so this is basic gray, and it's called Nutmeg. And I got past the birds. We had like a 20-minute discussion about the birds, but I believe they're small enough that I'm not going to have where, you know, the bird butt is stuck in one block and the front of him stuck in another.
Bird butt.
Bird butt. That's what I'm calling it. But this I really love because I love these little diamonds in the diamonds, right? And then this, this, I don't even know what you would call this print. It's almost like damask looking.
Borderly
Yeah.
type.
And it's in the blue on blue, and then it's on the blue on navy. And then up here in this peach, which I can't believe I'm saying I like the peach, but I do. I love it. And then, of course, the yellow. And so it has some really nice browns, and then the golds, and I really like this peachy orange. Now, this one we've also added a few more grunge to that we don't have with us just yet. But it comes, the collection comes with the I would call it the coffee, right? The navy, the light blue, and then we added...
I know we added the
gold,
another gold, because we were trying to up the gold.
Yes, and the orange.
And the salmon we added.
Yes, I think salmon, orange, and gold is what we added. Yeah. To balance out the warm side with, because it has a good amount of blues, which who doesn't love blue? Yeah.
We knew we needed to get in here, so that's where we went with our grunges, our extra grunges.
And then it has some really nice tops, which we're going to have to be sensitive against the marshmallow, but I think we should be okay. There's, it has a lot of, there's a lot going on with it. There's only, a couple that are lighter. Yep. But it's really fun. And like this, I love this.
And this one has some great texture in the prints.
It does. Yes, the circles.
And Brian, get up close on this, because this really does read solid, but check out those lines. So this would be considered your stripe. Look at this. Would you just want to tie out of that?
I do. I love this guy. I want to dress out of this.
There you go.
Yeah. And then this reminds me of, like, I've been definitely editing videos way too much of late, but it reminds me of the sound line tracks on a video.
The audio tracks.
Yeah. So it reminds me of the audio tracks on a record. Yeah. So
Carol said this is going to be hard to choose. You get both.
Both
Carols say it. You get both.
It's really, I think that these, your recipients, they're two different audiences.
Two different people. Yeah.
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 So
this is my sister. That is not.
Yep, I see that.
But I do. I think that the thimbleberries can get behind this one. Yeah, this might be a little much for them. I love them both. So
yeah. I thought this line was stunning.
Steve, when I showed my husband this, he's like, "Oh, that's going in the living room." So our family room, believe it or not, is under protest. The orange is there, but these are the colors in our family room. So yeah, that Max has taken over. But yeah,
this would actually probably go good in ours too, huh?
See, but this is in my sunroom every day.
So we did get different border options for this collection as well. And I went with, I don't remember the color names, but I went with the larger prints. Can't decide if that's it or not. I went with some of the larger prints.
With the birds.
Yeah, and I went with this colorway.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yes, and I believe there was one more, and
I think it was this print, but in a different color.
I think that might have been this one.
I think you went with the same two colors, just in the different, the two large and then the two more medium prints.
So which one's it going to be?
What's the vote? I almost put a poll up.
I know.
Then,
all right, we're going to do it with hearts and likes. So we have the heart button and we have the like button.
Just remember there's a delay.
There is a delay. So hit the heart button if you're team Euphoria, and the like button if you're team Nutmeg.
Okay, there's a heart.
Heart for
Here comes hearts.
Euphoria.
Hearts. Hard to choose.
Like.
Lots of hearts coming.
Oh, lots of hearts. Oh,
here goes a like. There's some likes.
I think this is beautiful. Like I said.
Oh, it's a duel. It's neck and neck.
There's a fight going on Facebook.
It's a photo finish.
It's a blue and red.
Smokes, there's a lot going on over there.
Somebody wants to know the Yankee Quilter code again, which is, Brian's going to show the picture, but it's 25HRR. Both are amazing.
We did good.
Oh, hi, Grace.
There's Grace. Grace, we've been worried about you.
We have.
Still getting hearts and likes.
Grace, if you hit the like button, the thumb button, a bar will come up above it that'll have a thumb, a heart, a happy face.
Press and hold on
Press and hold the like button. Lynn can't decide. Marge gave us 2 hearts. Hi, Sue.
It's really pretty. They're both really, really pretty.
Both are amazing.
And they both will do really well. And what works for them both, because you're probably like, how are you sure these two, like, they're so different? But they both have large scale prints. They both have medium scale prints. They both have tone on tones. They both have little accents. So they have the right mix. They all have multiple colors, right? So this would be a very, I wouldn't say it won't work, but I think it would be very difficult to make this a 2-color quilt.
Absolutely.
Like, you would need some serious value differences, and then it is going to be more blendy. Yeah. You really need the different colors in this, and we really need it. Something else that we were looking for is things that register as tone on tone to go between some of these larger prints, right? So the way to get definition of a larger print is to put it next to something that's tone on tone. So we have a lot going on here with the grunge that we're adding. So remember, we're adding 3 grunge to this that comes in the fat quarter pack as well as the kits. And then, you know, there's these ones that have a little bit of geometric, but from a distance read is tone on tone.
Barbara wants to know if we can order one of each. You bet you can.
And they can apply the code to 2 kits as well.
I don't have it set up that way, but I guess I could.
Oh, it's 25 off the order.
Yeah, I didn't think about the 2 codes when I set that up. I didn't think about the 2 kits this morning. But I could do that. You'd have to give me a minute.
You'd have to wait a little.
Because it doesn't let me do it by SKU. That's the problem. I had to do it by dollar amount.
Oh.
So what I could do, if you want 2 kits, you have 2 options to get the $25 off of each one.
Oh,
you can either call me, and I'll do it over the phone, or once we're done, give me a half an hour, and I will fix it so that you can use the coupon code more than once. You'll just have to place 2 separate orders online to do it. It's the only options I have.
Gotcha.
With my point of sale.
And I did fail to mention on the mystery Clue and Class membership, the other thing that you get with the Clue and Class that you don't get with the Clue only is you get a 10% off coupon code on, you know,
your tools,
my online shop tools. Yeah.
Another pattern.
Yes.
Okay. If we choose our own, wait, I think there was one question before that. I'm sorry. Trying to keep it in order here.
So there's not a rally.
Okay. If we choose our own, to use what we have, suggestions for choices.
So I would highly recommend, if you're not going to go with one of these collections, that you do go with a collection. Mm-hmm. I think it would be, to get the right balance. I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't, but to pull from stash, you'd have to be extremely mindful that, you know, you're pulling from a group that will go together, that, you know, that you can put any 2 fabrics together and they'll go together, I think is really important in this. So,
and some scale of prints too.
Yes.
You want things to read tone on tone. Like, you want them to read solid if you step back from them.
Yeah.
You want to be able to see your larger prints. So you want to make sure you have larger prints. And geometrics always work well in her mysteries. She's like a magician with the geometrics.
Well, the reason is that the mysteries I specifically designed to use a fat quarter pack, right? Like, so I know for me, back in the day, before I was designing and stuff, it infuriated me that I was, well, first of all, I'm a fat quarter junkie. I think everybody knows that. I haven't met a fat quarter that I don't pack, that I don't love, right? So I just love the fact that you're getting all these different fabrics. So here I would be purchasing these fat quarter packs, yet every pattern I went to use them in, I couldn't use half the fabrics. So I specifically designed these mysteries to use a fat quarter pack, right? So I think this is going to be, I won't say that you can't do it. I think you would have to be very comfortable with either taking a chance or that you really take a look at how many tone-on-tones, how many small prints, how many large-scale prints, and that they all go together well. to pull from your stash.
For somebody that's struggling with picking them out, especially for this particular one, knowing they need, you know, different sizes, different shades and everything, would taking your color class, your online color class, help or not enough?
I think the color class would definitely help, because not only do I talk about color, I talk about the scale of prints and the different types of fabrics out there. So I think that would help. I still think you'd be better off trying to find a fat quarter pack that you like. Yeah. I'm just thinking of when you get a couple blocks in, just being satisfied with it.
And I don't know, I don't think we've picked a date yet, but we always do this again where we do a version where you pick your own fabric. So we show you how to take a fat quarter bundle and put different combinations together. And that we usually do, I don't know.
Like mid-November-ish, like
yeah,
a couple,
something like that.
A month, like enough to, a couple weeks to have, so you can have it ahead of time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So Sherry wants to know, is this beginner friendly?
Yes, I would say so. If you're taking the current mystery, I would say it's very much on par with that. So I would say it's confident beginner. I specifically, you know, I add a challenge in there, but we progressively get there, right? Like, so if we look at the mystery, that the first few blocks were pretty easy, you know what I mean? And then I said, you know, then I'm like, okay, now that you've mastered a half square triangle, let's do something else with it, right? So I try and start, you know, the first few blocks are always going to be the easiest, and then I start adding additional techniques on. So I think it's a confident beginner would be comfortable, but yet there's going to be enough in there to keep the rest of you challenged.
Gotcha. Deb said, can you show some other possibilities for fabric collections like you did for Holiday Retreat, please? I might be able to go around and pull a couple fat quarter bundles that will work, but we do about an hour segment of picking that, you know, using
Yeah,
our
I would
own.
look for it mid-November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the fat quarter pack come with the border fabric? Yes, it does.
In the kit.
Yeah. In the fat quarter bundle only has one fat quarter of the border print.
Yes.
So if you're talking about just ordering the fat quarter bundle, it will have one fat quarter of the
border in
border
both
print,
collections.
in both collections. Yep. Order each separately. Yeah. It's only going to let you order one per email address. That's why I have to go and change that.
Change the code.
Which pattern would you recommend if you wanted to buy the second fabric? Which pattern would you recommend if?
I'd recommend making 2 of these.
You know that had to.
Or doing any one of the other mysteries. And that is for the person who is looking for alternatives too. The two fabric selections for the current mystery would work for this as well.
Yes,
you would definitely have to do the solids. Add the solids.
Yeah. And I do have them. So, somebody's asking for Michelle's code again. If you can show the picture. You two want us to succeed. Yes, Deb. We don't want you to fail.
Exactly. We're giving you everything to succeed.
I like both. Hard to choose. Is the background in kit? Is additional fabric required for background? So if you buy a traditional or a modern kit, it will come with the background fabric for whichever colorway you choose, with whatever amount you choose. So if you buy nutmeg in the traditional kit, it's going to come with 6.5 yards of background. If you buy Euphoria in the modern kit, it comes with 7 yards of background, because you need more background for the modern kit than you do for the traditional kit. And, you know, the other thing with the modern kit, by the way, because we didn't say this, or should I not?
I don't know what you're going to say. Yes.
So the modern kit are actually going to come with 1.5 yards of the border print. So
this one.
So all of the moderns will have 1.5 yards of that border print, because it is the binding, plus there's a super secret location that it's going to be used in.
Exactly.
So we needed to give you a little more of the border print.
Yes.
We forgot.
It's the same for the Euphoria. So the modern comes with 7 yards of background and 1.5 of border. The traditional kit comes with 6.5 yards of background and 3.5 yards of border.
Correct. Not necessarily the border for the modern kit, though. It's not the outer border. The modern kit doesn't have an outer border.
The modern kit does not end with a traditional border.
Good answer. On class and clue, Michelle gives such excellent directions that a beginner would have no issues. I thought it was going to be a question. I started that off like a question.
Thank you. If that's what it's meant for, and that's what I would say. I think that if you have any doubt, especially with the early bird discount and the coupon code for watching the live, to me, it's a no-brainer to purchase the Cool in Class.
I agree.
If nothing else, just to even have lifetime access to them.
And then Linda said, can you go over the difference between the bundle and the pack? So I'm assuming you mean the fat quarter bundle only versus the kit. So the fat quarter bundle only, no matter which one you get, is going to be the factory cut fat quarter bundle. For this collection, it's going to have 3 additional grunge fat quarters that we are going to cut. The Euphoria is the factory cut fat quarter bundle, and 6 additional flow fat quarters that we are going to cut.
Yes, we have the flow ones. We don't have additional grunge ones yet.
We couldn't get them. What are the border choices for the floral bundle?
So they're here. Brian's going to zoom in. So my selection is the jade. And then there is the black. And what did they call the white one?
Cloud.
Cloud. So those are the 2 additional ones.
I think there's 3. I just can't remember what the third one is.
I think it's this one. But we'll have to see.
It's on the website. Somebody will have to go hunt for me. Does the black background fabric come in a lighter gray?
Does the flow come in a lighter gray? I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that. I do not have it on order in a lighter gray. So flow is actually a blender collection.
Let me open this up a little.
That has been used in several different collections. So they've put some in this collection, and then they have their own fat quarter bundle, bolts of flow. But I will tell you,
it's not completely black.
Right.
Like it's really pretty.
Yeah. I do have on order, and I don't know when they're coming. I do have the flow. There wasn't a lot of them, but I did get them in the 108-inch wide.
Oh, the backings.
The backings in flow. Hi, hi, hi. Can you talk about the difference between the modern and the traditional in regards to the pattern?
So it's a mystery. We're going to start off there. Their setting is slightly different. All right. But it's only like a 10-inch difference as far as the size. So it's not a remarkable difference, but there is a slight difference in the setting that is causing the difference in the yardage.
You got a lot of laughs out of that. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. It's like I always think what can we get out of her in live while she can't think very straight. Yeah, so I think, I debated it. It's one of the things I ran past Cheryl, saying, am I nuts for attempting this with it being the mystery? But she said we could do it. So we're going for it. So I think both are extremely cool. And, I think if you're on the fence, you could always get the extra background, right? So you could order the traditional kit so that you get the additional border, and then order, in addition, I think Cheryl, she'll keep me honest, that you can order extra of the background separately.
That is correct.
And then you can make your decision at the end, and if you find that you have an extra 2 yards of the border, you can always put it on your back.
That's right.
Yeah. So I was trying to, say that if you couldn't make the decision right now, I would go with the traditional and order some extra background. And then that way you can make the decision at the end, and you can always find a use for the extra border.
Deb wants to know if the blocks are the same.
Blocks are the same.
Why does one use more background than the other?
Because
it's a mystery.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery. But they all do make the same blocks.
They do.
They each have the same blocks in them, the same number of blocks in them, and the blocks are not all the same size. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. But the modern setting is a little bit more modern, and therefore it's set slightly differently.
Is the Nutmeg Collection, in the Nutmeg Collection, is the bird print directional? No, it is not.
No.
So
The birds are in all different directions.
And then the birds that are in the big prints,
They're in
are
all different directions, yeah.
We wouldn't do that to you.
We wouldn't.
We really wouldn't.
No. Those of you who know me know I have a bird phobia, so. Just in fabric.
Because wasn't that when we were looking through the book before we saw the wrap? Didn't I say it's got bird?
Yeah. I was like, nope, pass it by. But
when
then I loved it when we saw it in person. And it really makes a difference, I have to tell you, because, you know, we joked about it earlier, but we are in the process of picking out the one for holiday medallion number 5. And we're both and we're both like looking through the catalogs online. And how sad are we? Texting each other at 9, 10 o'clock at night. This one looks good. That one looks good. No, that one looks too much familiar like the other one. It's sad, but yes, we are already selecting the fabric for the Christmas one that will start next August, next week.
And I just got in the fabric for Aspiring Stars today. I have no room. But boy, does that look pretty.
It does.
So Karen said she just enrolled in Class Include, but did not see where to put in the code, and it processed my payment before I could find it.
And I cannot add it after. I can cancel her, and she'd have to wait 24 hours to re-sign up. So I don't know if Brian can zoom in on it again. You have to hit the apply coupon code. So right under the graphic, there's an apply coupon code. You have to click that, enter in the code, and then you have to hit apply, and then your amount will update. And this is a reflective of a state with no tax on online classes. Some do. So your amount could be slightly different with tax. But Teachable does not allow me to apply a coupon after the fact. I have to cancel your order completely. So send me an email if you want to do that, and then you'll have to remember to sign up. You have to wait 24 hours before Teachable will let you sign up for the same class again.
Okay, and what's your email address?
It's Michelle with 2 L's .Hiatt HIATT at sewanthego.net. She should have gotten a receipt, but you can just reply to.
Perfect. Yep. Deb Carpenter, hope you're settling in, wants to know what would you use for binding?
So the binding is included in the border fabric. We've already accounted for that yardage in the border fabric.
Okay. I can't say it out loud, but this is my sister.
Oh, look at that. Thank you. Thank you, Barb. Somebody cares about me.
Somebody else may have said it too. The modern setting is a smaller quilt but uses more background, right?
Yes.
Boy.
Because it does. See, I told you it was going to be a challenge.
It is. But...
yes, but it does not use as much border.
Let's give the proper. Is there a way we can give the proper reason for the more background? We want you to have an excellent finished product, so we had to make an adjustment to make that happen. How's that?
It all comes down to it's a slightly different setting.
It's slightly. I mean,
no, that's word salad right there.
It is though.
Hey,
we promise you, we're taking care of you. Have I steered you wrong yet?
We're doing the right thing with that extra half a yard. Are there? Oh wait. Okay. Are there any special rulers required to make any of the blocks?
Yes. The whole mystery requires the Studio 180 rulers. So that's what I always design in, and it's because they work. And you can use them for other patterns of mine, other patterns of Studio 180, and you can also tuckerize using. That's what we call it, because Deb Tucker's the brainchild behind the rulers. You can use her rulers in anybody else's quilt if you can identify the shape and translate it. But it requires, this mystery requires the Tucker trimmer, the smaller one, the Tucker trimmer 1, although the 3 will work if that's what you have. The square, again, if you have the large square, that will also work, but you just need the smaller one. The corner beam, the corner pop, the split Rex, and then the quilter's magic wand, which is a little tiny wand. But it does require, every block will use these rulers. Not all of them. Although I'm not saying that one won't use all of them.
Oh my gosh. So Linda wants to know, try not to chuckle at you, Linda, because I know the answer.
I'm going to take a drink.
I'll wait till you're finished.
80 proof.
Is your quilt already completed?
No.
Because she wants to know what thread you use to quilt with.
Oh, this quilt?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is the fabric I will be using right here in front of you. This is why, well, one, we have to have it this early so that Cheryl can make sure she gets a pre-order in, in time
I didn't
to
order
make sure
too much or
her
too
fabric.
little.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then I have to start making my quilts. So
what would you quilt that with? What color thread would you quilt that with?
I think I would use something fine like Orifil or Superior So Fine, one of those. And I would probably quilt this in like a light green.
I was going to say, she's going to say green.
Yeah. Because it will blend where, but if you do a really fine thread, it would blend. But I would use something nice and light green. I think you could even get away. Well, white's going to be a problem because of the background, I think.
Yeah.
For me.
Marge, you're asking the difference between the modern and traditional. Let me know if you need us to explain that again. I don't know how far back my questions are going, if we've answered it already. Christy has a great question. Would the batik bundle and border from the last mystery work for this one? So I'm assuming she means the Bermuda batiks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how many fat quarters were in that. But they all would have contrast to your background, I'm assuming. Do we have any left?
Of the batiks?
Yeah, the Bermuda batiks.
I have on the bolt. I don't have any.
Yeah, I think it was. You just have to you may have to add a couple. But I'm pretty sure it was 30. I think it was 36.
It was
40? Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it was a 40 piece.
Definitely.
I have other batiks that are similar, but.
So I'm assuming you didn't make Glorious Splendor then.
She bought 2.
Oh, she bought 2.
I'm just covering her
There
ass
you go.
just in case. She bought 2. Yeah, that's it.
I think that would be beautiful. I really do. Yes, it has. So it will be a little bit more defined, right? Because the batiks are very tone on tone. There's not that many that bridge multiple colors. So you won't have the multicolor, but you will definitely have defined shapes. And so I think it would probably be really cool in the modern setting.
Barbara Searing wants to know what the quilt on the back wall that looks like a tile floor. That is...
Through your window again.
That is Bellagio. We did a shop hop last week. That was a Las Vegas theme. So all the quilts on my back wall are Las Vegas hotels. And that was done with a jelly roll called Chickadee. If we need to buy tools, where do we buy to use the 10% off?
The 10% off, if you want to use them on your tools, you have to first purchase the Clue in Class. You get a coupon code when you sign up for the Clue in Class. So once you sign up for the Clue in Class, and hopefully you use the coupon code ROCKROLL20, you have to say apply the coupon code. Once you get access to your class, when you log in, you will have the overview that's downloadable. There's the about the instructor, and then there is the coupon code. So it's all in your curriculum of your course. And so if you go into coupon code in your curriculum, you'll get the coupon code to use in my online shop.
So Grace is having some trouble signing up for the class. Went to your website but could not find Rock and Roll Quilt.
So if you go to sewonthego.net, I think I have a screenshot there, Bri. You will scroll down and you'll say, show me more information about Michelle's next mystery. It'll take you to a page where you can scroll down and you will see the two options there. The clue and class will be on the left-hand side of your screen, and the clue only will be on your right-hand side of the screen.
Could you say how wide the border would be on the traditional?
No, it's a mystery.
How much border in the modern? You will get 1.5 yards of fabric for the modern setting.
There you go.
See how I avoided that question.
And it includes fabric that you'll need to use in the quilt
And
on the binding.
Yes. So both traditional and modern will include your binding. Of course, she said green border fabric. Too many fires in the registered there, but there's no place for the coupon code.
Yep.
Okay,
So you have to hit.
Did you say too many fires in the iron?
Yeah, we do.
Too many irons
Too many irons in the fire. Oh.
But the coupon code is right below the icon in the checkout basket. So if you're on an Apple phone, I understand it's a little harder to find. I don't know why, but the interface, I think, shows it in a reverse color. So you may want to go to a different device if you're on an Apple phone trying to register and apply the coupon. But it is right below the icon on every other device that I've checked out.
And then Nicole wants to know, in the class videos, will both fabrics be used for the demo?
Yes, as they traditionally are. Yeah.
Which might be new to the class. So.
Yes. So it's very rare that I will only show the one. It's more often than not. I might have it. I'll have it in the screen. I might only show the cutting down on one set, but I have the other two there. Well, the other units there, I should say. Both units are usually on screen, and I always show both blocks, beginning and end. I show both fabric selections. I show both paper plates, like what your paper plate should look like before you start. Yes.
All right. And I think I'm to the end of questions, unless I missed something. So pop it in the chat if you have a question.
We haven't answered yet.
That we haven't answered.
Besides the size of the mystery.
The fabric of the mystery.
What size are the blocks?
What's the first block?
All the ones I've managed to dodge so far. Although I did answer the size of the blocks. I did state a truthful answer. They are multiple sizes for this
multiple
mystery.
Sizes. So we'll just hang for a minute. If we have any more questions. I'm
loving it.
Oh, you know what I will do? I don't know if she's still on here. We did get a new fabric line in. Because, I never do, to my own bad person, I never do either one of these.
Yeah.
I always do something different.
I know.
And it's weird, right? Like, I love
And I always want to do a third one. And I talk myself out of it every time. I only made that mistake once. Once did I start a third fabric selection, and it never got finished.
Oh. See, this is going to be a tough one for me to answer. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Conchetta wants to know, what setting do you prefer, traditional or modern?
I think they both have their...
They do.
They each have their own appeal.
They do. I think that they will speak to different people. I think they're named appropriately. If you like something a little bit more modern and a little, I wouldn't say out of the box, I would say a little, I don't know, edgier? What term would you use?
I would say edgier. It's not.
Hey,
that's funny.
See, I'm getting into trouble.
Rock and roll. Edgier.
Edgier. Yeah, I think that you should go towards the modern setting. And then if you like, having a traditional border on a quilt, you should go for the traditional setting. And like I said, if you can't decide, I would purchase the traditional setting and just buy yourself an extra half yard of background. Order, because they can put that in the cart.
They could. And if you do that, we'll keep it together. We're not going to hunk off a half a yard on you. See, this just came in.
Well, that's pretty. But not nearly enough fat quarters.
Not enough fat quarters. Okay. Yes. How soon will the fabric ship? This shipped today. To me.
To shop.
Not sure when that'll ship, but I will tell you I haven't looked at the order.
Okay. You've been a little busy.
All I saw was
I need
nutmeg.
some-
and
I need
went,
the
oh my
grunges."
god. I don't know. I didn't look at the bill either.
Look at the bill.
But I will tell you that I will not ship the fabric, either kit, until I have all the fabric for both colorways. Because I'll be honest, I don't want the emails.
And it happens.
And it happens.
It's just like I
got
get
their
people.
fabric and I don't have mine. I know. So once all the fabric comes in, all the kits get cut. We literally take 2 days and we ship everything. We set up a little assembly line, fill the bags, and out we go.
It's quite a production.
Yeah,
I
it
have to
is.
tell you. I'm impressed with it. No, but that's the same reason I got, thankfully the majority of folks were extremely patient with me this past weekend. My mother was hospitalized unexpectedly and I had to take care of things. But I did get a couple emails saying that can't you just release the clue only for people? No, because I don't want the emails. I don't want the clue only people to have things that the clue and class people don't have. And so I still had to edit 2 videos. So
And listen,
everybody,
This
the
is
majority of
quilting.
you all were fabulous. So thank
this
you.
is quilting. It's not the end of the world if the clue's a day late. It's,
It wasn't even. It was 12
will-
hours.
when I was helping out proofing today, I even sent Michelle as part of my proofing. I said, I know it's just my 2 cents and I have a mouth. Don't put a specific time to release the clue. Just say evening. That way we won't
It
worry. Okay, we have more questions here. Which
gosh.
corner pop are you using?
It's just the plain old corner, the normal corner pot,
The original.
the original. And to the best of my knowledge, they haven't added a 1 onto the end of it. So it's the corner pop, but then there is a 2 and 3. You do not need those. It's just the corner pop that's been out for 6+ years. Yeah.
Madeline said, I would love to be there to see you, Michelle. Well, you were here yesterday. You missed, or maybe it was 2 days ago. But Madeline, I know that you're not super far away from us. I mean, I think, maybe you're an hour and
I
a
was
half?
actually thinking
Sleep in your
that.
bed retreat.
And I might be causing us more danger, and maybe people would be totally bored if they actually came. But I'm wondering if we should have a live audience next time.
I would absolutely do that. We could do it in the classroom.
Brian's like, I'm not participating any longer.
I have speakers.
He's like, I'm done. I'm out.
We
Drop
have
the mic.
order forms, so we wouldn't have to worry about coupon codes. I mean, we could do that.
We could announce it a little earlier for those
We'd
that
have
wanted
to
to
do
make
the
arrangements.
we'd have to do the
For those
recording
that-
on an iPhone or have to get another microphone for yours because
Yes.
otherwise we'd have to find a way to pipe the audio through the speakers.
We'll give you enough time to make flight arrangements. Don't worry.
Yeah, right.
But I think we should go live with cookies.
Oh,
We gotta do
that's on
cookies
you.
too.
That's on you. Somebody first.
We should have an in-studio audience,
Like so
like
fun.
friends.
Then you're gonna need
Seinfeld.
a hype person. You
I
know,
think that would be a lot of. We are going to do that. That's the next one.
The next one, yes.
We're going to have to do that.
Yeah, so the next one we probably will be.
this
probably
is how
in, like,
things happen. Things
March,
just
maybe.
come out of the blue.
Probably
March
March.
or April.
Yeah.
Okay, we could do it. Oh my god,
So we're on recording now, so
it's live.
It's documented.
it's documented. Next time we're gonna have an in-studio audience.
MJ said, "My daughter Conjetta must be getting older. She's considering traditional."
I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with the traditional. I mean, it's a very. See, I'm gonna get myself.
Okay, let's move on to the next question.
Bite your tongue.
Will there be a Facebook page?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. So I have in the Clue in class. I already have it. I think it's set up that it'll be set up like mid-November-ish. And the reason I keep saying everything, I'm going to have everything in mid-November. It's because I have a lot of engagements at the end of October, and then I have engagements that move at the end of November. So the mid-November time frame is supposedly going to be a time where I'm going to get things done and not be on the road. So.
Michelle Crowley's watching. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. We haven't seen you in forever.
I know, because she's too busy being a
There's a
fabric
couple
rep now.
There's a couple spots left in Cabin Fever.
Yes, you need to come visit us. So excited. Fabric ordered. No cookies needed. You got to hold out for the cookie, Charlene. I mean, we want cookies. So, all right. Last call for questions. We'll wait another minute. So during that time, what else do you have going on?
I have upcoming, I have the Rangeley Fall Quilt Camp. which is been
I'm
going
going.
on for years. You're going. I'm very excited. That's actually less than like 2 weeks away.
Don't push it, please.
I've been like staging things. So that's a big one for me. And then I have my Stronghouse Inn, my November retreat. And so that's a big deal. I have, I think, 14 ladies coming.
Wow.
So and
Is there room?
There's no sold out.
No room at that end.
Yeah, no room at that end. And the Floridians are coming. They're like, I love the representation from Florida. They're meeting up with Elma May, who Elma May is recovering from knee replacement surgery.
Oh, I haven't seen Elma
Yeah.
May.
And then Jano coming. I shouldn't be sharing this. Is probably HIPAA problems, but
That'll work for us. We're good.
La 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 la.
Jano is coming to fall quilt camp, and she just had a knee replacement. So like we're gonna be a bunch. And I say this for those of you who don't know me, because I had my knee replaced last December. So it's like the group of knee replacements. I don't know what that says about quilters, though. I'm just saying. But anyhow, yeah. So I'm really proud of those women coming 5-6 weeks after getting their knee replaced to a quilt retreat. So I think it's awesome because I remember where I was at 5-6 weeks. I was teaching a quilt retreat.
I remember.
And probably shouldn't have been. So
You had your propped up on the couch with ice.
Exactly. So we'll take care of you, though. We promise. And then I have a Mexico cruise.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we leave the weekend after Thanksgiving weekend, actually, the end. And it goes out of LA and goes to Mexico and a bunch of ports in California. And that's 12 nights.
Nice.
Yeah, so I come back from that. And then Steve and I have a personal Christmas cruise that we're going on. So I'm pretty much excited about that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't get any more questions coming
Good deal.
in. So let's end with some contact information in case you have questions. So if you have questions with the Clue in class, you can contact Michelle.
At michelle.hyatt@sewonthego.net. And if you want to find out anything about the membership, go to sewonthego.net, the website, and click on more information on the mystery. And then make sure that if you are purchasing the Clue in class, that you utilize the coupon that's good through Saturday. You must hit apply coupon code, and you must select the Clue in class and the one-time payment. And you have to hit apply coupon code. I can't apply it to you later. It's not allowed.
Okay. And then if you want to reach me or someone at the Yankee Quilter, our website is yankeequilter.com. My email is Cheryl, CHERYL, @yankeequilter.com. And our phone number here is 203-888-9196. We can answer any questions for you. I'll be here almost all week.
Same bat channel.
Same bat channel.
Same bat time.
All right.
Thank you all so much for joining
Thank
us. We
you.
greatly appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.